What's up everyone, Sam the Ashen here. Today we're going to be playing some Minecraft Survival. This is game played throughout a whole week. It might not seem like huge progress for a whole week, but I do have a job and a 6-year-old daughter, so Minecraft is not life. It's just me playing this week. Maybe next week I'll do a video with my daughter. With introductions out of the way, let's get into the video. Hope you guys enjoy. I decided I wanted to defeat the Ender Dragon so I could get my hands on the Elytra, so first I needed some Ender Pearls, and instead of farming Endermen, I decided to use some of the gold I had lying around to trade with the Piglins in hopes of getting some pearls, and it paid off. Now I just had to turn them into Eyes of Ender. I decided to make 12 just in case. Next up, it was time to find the end portal. After finding an end portal, all that was left to do was put in the eyes and hop in and defeat the Ender Dragon. With my luck, all the slots were empty except for one. Fortunately, I brought 12 eyes just in case. Now that I had arrived, it was time to dig out and get started on breaking the cages around the sealed end crystals. I picked the first one I saw, went to go build up to the top. I made it up to the top, and the dragon's fate was sealed, until he knocked me off and told me to stay off his towers. Luckily for me, I brought slow falling potions and knew to drink one before building up. I made it back and got smacked off again. After the third time, I had finally destroyed one of the cage crystals and shot another one while I had to clear a shot. I towered up the next one, picked away the cages, and blew up the crystal with no issue this time. Once I was back on the ground, I focused on destroying the other crystals so the dragon couldn't heal. With all the crystals destroyed, the dragon swooped down and said, "Alright, I give up. You win. I'll just chill right here on this rock bed of bedrock while you smack me in the head." And then some Endermen were kind of upset about it, and the dragon said, "Actually, nah, I'm gonna fly away. Just kidding, I'll stay and chill." This process repeated a few times until finally the Ender Dragon is sent back into the egg, and I can go to the Ender Cities and get my hands on an Elytra. I threw the green ball into the hole and popped out into the land of Elytras, and somehow I got really lucky and found an end city right off the bat, with the ship that holds the Elytra. I worked my way towards the top and built over to the ship, playing it safe and shooting the Jack in the Shulker box ahead of time. I went around the side, broke into the treasure room where the wings were at, taking way too long to kill the shulker, so long that I had to speed up this part so you don't die of boredom. With the shulker box taken out, the wings were finally mine. I even brought rockets so that I could put the Elytra to use right away. Figured while I was there, I would fly to another ship and get an extra Elytra for my daughter, because who doesn't like to fly? After that, it was time to head home, so I flew back towards the portal that got me there, built up, and once again threw the green bubble into the void. Then hopped into the credits. I was teleported home and had everything I needed to take things to the next level. For a little bit of unwinding, I went mining, and got pretty lucky in the diamonds department. I also kept an eye out for creepers for gunpowder, because I wanted as many rockets as possible. I didn't know what I was going to do with all these diamonds, but that wasn't really the point. I just wanted to gather some more, just in case I would ever need them, and I like mining. It's kind of relaxing. After I was satisfied with the diamonds I had and the gunpowder I gathered from the creepers, it was time to head home. I flew back home, put up all the materials I had gathered into my boxes, trying to keep organized, cooked the ore. I decided it was time to pack up and move. I wanted a change of scenery. This base was starting to get a little bit old, and I felt like I was ready for an upgrade. I would have to leave my base behind and the village, but I was okay with that. I took flight in search of a new base location. Ideally, I wanted somewhere in the snow, but if I found a perfect spot somewhere else, I would take it. After searching for a while, I happened upon a spot that had a village and a pillager outpost and a nice cliffside that I could dig into to build my base. It seemed like a great spot, so I decided to get closer and check it out, and ultimately, I decided that this was the place. After landing, it was time to clear out the area. I had to excavate a lot, then I had to excavate a lot more, and finally I laid the bones down for my base. I got this base idea from Disruptive Builds on YouTube, so if you guys are interested in how to build this base, I would check out his channel. He did a really good job of explaining how to do everything, and it was pretty easy. It took a while, but it was simple to follow. After a lot of excavating and several boxes of cobblestone later, I had several sections done and it felt like it was coming together pretty nicely. I had my enchantment room done, which was really nice to have, and I had an indoor farm done and a sugarcane farm and a netherwort farm, a brewing table, bedroom, and I was still working on the other parts, doing a little bit of decorating and livening things up a little bit. I knew I was going to do the aquarium, so I went out to get some decorations for the tank, like these lights, and I also got some fish while I was out, and some other interior stuff for the aquarium itself. Picked up a lot of the end rods while I was out, and they served as good decorations and lighting the place up some. I was pretty satisfied with where it was at so far. Had my water elevator, the enchanting room, my bedroom, which I like the decorations a lot, brewing table, netherwort farm with the infinite water source, which I'll probably move outside. Then I have my aquarium, which is still a work in progress because I definitely want turtles, just couldn't find any eggs yet. Then you got the sugarcane farm. These spaces are empty. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with those yet. The indoor farm. Down here, we have the nether portal. Inside that dispenser is flint and steel. And inside this one is a water bucket to put it out when you're not using it so you don't have to deal with the noise. Aquarium again. Storage space with one of those boxes the sugarcane farm is leading to. Little smelting area with a super smelter next to it. Those carts carry the fuel over to the smelters, and it works pretty well. These sections, I haven't decided what I'm going to do with these either yet, but that can come at a later date. Now, it was time to head to the nether to try to get some ancient debris. I wanted to work on getting a full tool set of netherite. I already had the armor, the pickaxe, and the sword, but I also wanted the axe and the shovel, and I wanted some extra just in case I ever needed it. So, with my elytra, I flew down as low as I could go, and I went for the ancient debris, which is usually at Y level 14 and 15. I had really good luck with this. I did some of the bed method and others I just happened upon, and I got a nice chunk of ancient debris to take back to base. After making it back, I cooked the ancient debris, made the ignits, and made my netherite axe and netherite shovel. I was also able to enchant them. I got pretty lucky with the enchantments for the axe, and the shovel I found in the end cities while I was getting the elytra. Next, it was time to work on my trading hall for the villagers. This was a huge pain. They were just not cooperating. But after a pretty hard struggle, chasing villagers down, pushing them into minecarts, pushing them into boats, finally I had it done. Now all I had to do was set up the corresponding workbenches and stuff for the villagers. I wanted stonemasons and librarians. I'm aware that the grinders are not the right one. I fixed that later. Then I got a zombie to infect one of the villagers so I could cure him to get much better prices. After hanging out and killing some mobs while I was waiting, finally my villager was cured and the prices were really solid. So I took this opportunity to make some emeralds. I turned some of the villagers into stonemasons and got a lot of clay, and then all that was left to do was rack up the emeralds. With how easy clay is to find, it wasn't too bad. After that, I wandered around the area for a bit exploring, and I happened upon a village where I started a raid. I decided to go ahead and finish off the raid while I was here, because why not? They dropped some good loot, and raids are pretty fun. I finished off the raid and got all the loot that I could, and it was pretty good. Some emeralds, some bows and crossbows, which I just threw away, but whatever, it was still fun to do. Then I got really good prices, which was all for nothing because I don't even use that village. As of now, I was just focusing on getting some good decorations for my house. That part was really fun for me, decorating the houses, getting materials that aren't super easy to find. And I still have the Wither I could fight, the Warden I could try to take down, but that'll come at a later date. For now, I'm kind of bored on what to do. I don't really know. I really want to build something big and that serves a good purpose for my world. So if anyone has any ideas, that would be really awesome. I'm still kind of searching for the next big thing. Alright everyone, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I definitely had a lot of fun making it. If you guys did enjoy the video, leaving a like helps me out a lot. And if you want to see more videos from me, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That also helps out a ton. I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope to see you next time. Have a good one.